As an entre-leader, passivity is not an option. You must learn to make decisions to succeed. Now, certain personality styles are more prone to make decisions quicker. Others are prone to make decisions slower. That's fine. Make a decision. Passivity, waiting on things to happen on your behalf, waiting on other things to move in the marketplace are not an option. One definition of being an entrepreneur, of being an entre-leader, is the willingness, the ability, training your will, training your mind to impose your will on the marketplace. You've got to be anything but passive. Your business, your ideas, and your team are paralyzed if you are. An indecisive leader paralyzes the whole movement, the crusade, the organization. Everything is paralyzed when you can't make a decision. Indecision is really caused at the end of the day by one thing: fear. And fear takes two forms: false evidence appearing real, which is just the ability for fear to paralyze you for no particular reason, or fear says, I'm going to be wise enough to gather more information. I'm going to pause and wait on the traffic to go by before I walk into the street. That's a good kind of fear. And so you've got good fear that's causing you to not be rash, and you've got bad fear that is the fear that just paralyzes. But at the end of the day, the only thing that'll cause you to freeze on decision making is fear. Same with me. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. When I start thinking about indecisive leaders and I start thinking about a double-minded man, immediately I call this squirrel doctrine. You ever seen a squirrel run out in the street? Blum blum. That's what happens if you don't make decisions. You get your butt run over. You've got to be willing to make a call. Get to the right, get to the left, just get somewhere. Get to one side of the road or the other. Make a decision. It could be wrong, but it's much more devastating to your organization for you to be perceived as someone who can't and won't make the call. Paralyzed. It demoralizes everything else you've done. It steals the speed and the pressure and the crusade out of marketing. It devastates the culture of your organization. It is amazingly damaging for a leader that won't make decisions. Criticism is going to come with the territory. I'm afraid of what somebody's going to say. Just get ready. Somebody's not going to like it. Congratulations if you've made an enemy. Congratulations if someone disagrees with you. All that means is you did something. And in our culture where the internet gives every 14-year-old in his grandmother's basement an opinion, everybody's got an opinion about everything. And they're like armpits. Everybody's got one, most of them stink. Just because you can get on the internet doesn't mean your opinion is valid. Just because you can write a 1-star review on some guy's book doesn't mean you have any idea what's going on. And you have really got to put these things in perspective and expect that the more you do, the more you're going to be criticized. And the more you're going to be misunderstood. And you're not going to have the opportunity to clear it up with every one of them. Have you seen the level of hate that is thrown at Bill Gates? Does he deserve it all? No way he deserves it all. Does he deserve some of it? Possibly. I don't know. I don't know Bill Gates. I've never met him. There are a lot of people that have opinions about some of his business moves one way or another. They may or may not understand all the facts. My experience with situations like that is the closer I get to situations that people are criticizing, the more I realize the critics absolutely don't know what the flip they're talking about. They don't know the people. They don't know their character. They don't know who they are. They don't know their mentality. They don't know what they're talking about. But as soon as you get ready to do anything, to stand for anything, to move anything, just bother. God forbid, just go be successful. That pisses people off. No matter what you've done, you must have done something wrong to get there in some people's minds. And so they've got the ability to do that. You got to get used to that. I'm not bitter about it. I'm just amazed at the way our culture, on the one hand, says, hey, go be successful. And it's almost as if so we can throw rocks at you. You know, I can't tell you how many times that I know somebody, for instance, in our community, that is a country music star. And I know them personally, not because I'm a big deal. I've just got to meet like the guys last night and the guys that they write for last night. And I'm having dinner with somebody, and then I hear somewhere in some conversation, well, did you hear so-and-so and the way that guy acts, and he's really arrogant. I'm going, dude, he's nowhere near as arrogant as you are. He would never say that about you. He's one of the easiest going, nice, easy going guys you could ever run into. Well, you ought to, that guy's full of himself. Yeah, well, yeah. Really? I'm amazed at the opinions that people have of people they have never met. You know, it's almost as if that if you're Taylor Swift, you immediately have to have things thrown at you. If you're Brad Paisley, you have to have things thrown at you. You know, it just blows my mind. And the sad thing about people like that, I bring it on because I kind of invite it. I get that, okay? I'm good with that. I mean, I'm an old, crusty old guy. I get it. It doesn't bother me a bit. But you take those people, they're artists. They're not used to having the snot beat out of them like that. And the level of hate that is leveled at people simply because they're successful. You know, I saw them in so-and-so and they didn't leave a tip or whatever. Really? You watched the entire transaction happen. You were standing over their shoulder the whole time. What you are is full of crap and you're a gossip. I've had this conversation a few times, and so people don't criticize people like that in front of me much anymore. Because it's ridiculous. Expect criticism. Go sell 500 houses, which Tara DeSelm's dad and their team does. Go sell 500 houses in a year. The other realtors will say, well, you just don't. They don't really give good service to their customers. What? How could they freaking sell 500 houses if they didn't give good service to their customers? You're an idiot. You sold 5 houses last year, and the year before that, you sold Pamper Chef. Shut up. You know? Really, seriously. This is your entire analysis of someone else's business model. Look in from the outside and throw rocks. Dumb is what that is. But that's our culture, isn't it? And so be ready. If you do nothing but just simply go win, that's enough. So go win and go win big. Get criticized a lot. The fruits are worth it. Winning is worth it. It's worth people not understanding. It's worth it. You get to do and see and be things you never thought you'd go see and do and be. Make the decision to go win, regardless of what the critics might say. There's never been a statue erected to a critic.